The Korthak Empire had ruled 17 star systems for over 3 millennia. Their crimson warships cast shadows across 100 worlds, and their quantum chains had never been broken. Until they tried to enslave Marcus Chen. The human hung suspended in the center of the detention sphere aboard the flagship Eternal Dominion, his wrists bound by bands of pure energy that supposedly made escape impossible. The Korthak had conquered species far stronger, far more technologically advanced. What could one primitive biped from a backwater world possibly do? Admiral Vextar observed the specimen through compound eyes that had witnessed the subjugation of countless races. Humans were recent additions to their catalog of conquered species. Earth had fallen in mere hours when the fleet arrived. Most humans had been processed into labor units or eliminated. This one was different. This one had destroyed 3 processing facilities and killed 47 Korthak soldiers before capture. Remarkable durability, Vextar chittered to his aide. Most species break within the first cycle of questioning. This one has endured 7. Marcus lifted his head, blood trickling from a split lip. His dark eyes met the Admiral's gaze without flinching. "You haven't asked me anything yet," he said, voice hoarse but steady. "Just tortured. There's a difference." Vextar's mandibles clicked in what passed for amusement among his kind. "Your resistance is noted but irrelevant. You will serve the Empire as all inferior species must. The quantum chains will ensure compliance. These chains," Marcus flexed his arms, testing the energy bonds. They held firm, designed to adapt to any prisoner's strength and physiological makeup. Interesting tech. Must have taken centuries to perfect. "Millennia," Vextar corrected with pride. "No being has ever escaped them." Marcus smiled, and something in that expression made the Admiral's sensory organs twitch with unease. "You know what your problem is? You think strength is just about muscle and bone. You've never fought someone who draws power from something else entirely." "Primitive philosophy will not—" "Love," Marcus interrupted, his voice growing stronger. "That's what you've never understood. I'm not fighting for myself. I'm fighting for Sarah, my daughter. She's 8 years old and she loves dinosaurs and chocolate ice cream. For my brother Jake, who teaches kids to play guitar. For every human still breathing under your boot." The quantum chains flickered. Vextar leaned forward, alarm creeping into his voice. "Impossible. The chains respond to neural patterns, not emotional states." "Wrong again." Marcus's muscles corded as he pulled against the bonds. "You mapped our brains, sure. But you never understood them. Human will isn't just synapses firing, it's something deeper. It's a mother lifting a car off her child. It's a soldier holding a position against impossible odds. It's what happens when we choose to care more about others than ourselves." The energy bands sparked, their perfect containment field beginning to destabilize. "Guards!" Vextar screeched. But Marcus was beyond stopping now. Years of memory flooded through him. Sarah's first steps, his wife's hand in his during the bombing raids, Jake's stupid jokes that kept everyone's spirits up in the bunkers. Every human face he'd failed to save. Every friend lost to Korthak processing plants. The chains weren't just restraining his body anymore. They were trying to contain the accumulated love and loss of an entire species, channeled through one man's unbreakable determination. The quantum bonds shattered with a sound like breaking glass. Marcus dropped to the deck, energy crackling around his freed hands. Alarms shrieked throughout the ship as the feedback surge from the broken chains cascaded through the vessel's systems. The Korthak had never designed their technology to handle the kind of force Marcus had just unleashed. Not physical power, but something their mechanistic minds couldn't quantify or contain. "Impossible," Vextar whispered as his guards rushed into the chamber. Marcus moved like liquid lightning, muscle memory from years of military training combining with desperate fury. The first guard went down with a broken neck. The second never saw the stolen plasma rifle until it burned through his carapace. Within moments, Marcus stood alone with the Admiral, surrounded by chitinous corpses. "Your empire ends today," Marcus said, advancing on Vextar with cold purpose. "One human cannot—" "You're right. One human can't destroy an empire." Marcus's finger hovered over the ship's self-destruct mechanism he'd exposed by ripping open a control panel. "But one human can send a message." As the Eternal Dominion erupted in atomic fire, its destruction broadcasted across every Korthak frequency. Marcus's final words echoed through the communication networks of 17 star systems. "This is Marcus Chen of Earth. Your chains are broken. Your emperor bleeds. And we're coming for every last one of you. Humanity remembers its children. The explosion served as a beacon visible from 3 systems away. On occupied worlds across the galaxy, human resistance cells saw that light and understood its meaning. In prison camps and processing facilities, whispered stories spread of the man who broke unbreakable chains through sheer force of love and will. The Korthak Empire, which had seemed eternal, discovered that some things in the universe were stronger than quantum restraints and technological superiority. Within a year, 17 star systems burned as humanity's children came home, carried by ships built with salvaged alien technology and powered by the same unquantifiable force that had shattered their oppressors' chains. The Empire learned too late that humans weren't just another species to be catalogued and enslaved. They were something far more dangerous. A people who loved fiercely enough to die for each other, and in doing so, found the strength to topple gods. Marcus Chen never lived to see Earth free, but his daughter Sarah grew up in a galaxy where no species would ever again mistake human hearts for mere biological machinery. The chains had snapped, and with them, the delusion that love could be conquered by force. Some bonds, the universe learned, were meant to be unbreakable,